So, hi, my name is Kevin Ceballos. I'm a senior software engineer at SimplePractice. We are a SaaS company that is in the healthcare, mental health space. Our tech stack is Ruby on Rails, Ember.js on the front end, and we use AWS for our infrastructure hosting. So we've been using Semaphore for over 5 years now, but probably even more than that. In the past, we did explore briefly GitHub Actions. I did find some notes. That was before I joined SimplePractice, but I found some notes around our exploration there. Semaphore provided better UI. The docs were better, a bit cheaper for us. I think some drawbacks that we saw with GitHub Actions at the time was that there was a limited amount of concurrent jobs. They only allowed 60. SSH access was a bit limiting at the time. I don't know if they've improved it now, but Semaphore has had a really good SSH experience when we went to debug changes in our builds. There was no easy option to cancel a previous build on push for GitHub Actions. And their UI for manual deployments were not up to par with Semaphore. So we like to have options for our QA engineers, for example, to deploy to our staging servers. And Semaphore allows us to have buttons in our CI to allow that to be easily done. Use it heavily as part of our engineering workflow. For every PR, we require our at least one Semaphore successful build to be run. We have an extensive test suite, so Semaphore has helped a lot in parallelizing our test suite. We have thousands upon thousands of tests, and with the parallelism that Semaphore offers, it allows us to run our tests in a reasonable amount of time, and that has been really helpful for developer productivity. I'm sure there are many more features that we haven't explored yet. We recently found out about the change-in feature thanks to the Semaphore support team. The change-in feature allows us to conditionally run blocks on the CI based on directory changes. So let's say you have file changes in a particular directory. You can specify which blocks to run, and that has proved really helpful for optimizing our CI costs. So we reached out to Semaphore maybe a couple months ago regarding an increase. We saw an increase in our pricing, and then they helped meet with us on a biweekly basis to try to debug what was going on in our CI. We found certain steps that we maybe misconfigured with the help of Semaphore team. And ultimately, through their suggestions and continual optimizations, we did reduce our CI costs by around 25% for following months, which was really helpful. They suggested, for example, splitting our large CI block into smaller chunks. So we broke out our main CI block into unit integration tests and also end-to-end tests. We also implemented the change-in functionality, which was a suggestion from the Semaphore team, and that allowed us to only run the tests that were necessary for a particular pull request, and that also optimized our runtime, ultimately decreasing the amount of build time that we need to validate our features. Additionally, in regards to flaky tests, Semaphore introduced a flaky test dashboard that really helped us because we were facing occasional issues with flaky tests, decreasing the reliability of our build processes. And their flaky test dashboard basically helped us introduce a process in our company to quarantine and address flaky tests. We adopted a process to post weekly in a public channel the different flaky tests, and for developers and engineers to address those as they pop up. So we've noticed a decrease in flakiness as a result of that, which was great. And yeah, ultimately, we're really proud of the support that Semaphore team has given us. So I really liked the biweekly meetings that Semaphore was very open to set up with us, with the goal of eliminating or optimizing our costs. I haven't seen that in any other company. I doubt GitHub, for example, would agree to have biweekly meetings with an engineer to try and reduce CI costs. So that shows that they're dedicated to helping us, and I found that really really great, and basically a differentiator between other companies, and that's a huge positive for Semaphore, in my opinion. As mentioned previously, the change in feature was really helpful. The flaky test dashboard that was recently introduced, that has been really helpful. I don't think any other CI solution has that. I do find the metrics also helpful. I know that they have a billing dashboard that shows how much you spend per day on CI builds and the total runtime, and there are good metrics around where you can optimize. And yeah, ultimately, I think the standout sort of feature, even though it's not really a feature, is the sort of support that we got from Semaphore. Semaphore is a great solution with a amazing support team that addresses any need that you have.